Hey guys, so what's happening?
All good in the hood, man. What's up?
So my name's Anthony. I'm from SMN News, and we do lots and lots of heavy, and got some old school in there. And today it's a big deal for me because I'm straight out of LA, downset, Biohazard, Ozfest, Sindog, well POD. I caught you with those guys, and I heard all about you. Brazil's big for me, so that's awesome. And Christian, you know, he goes way back here in LA as well. So, anyways, tell us all about Powerflo, where it came from, how it all started.
Well, we started doing Powerflo around early 2015. That's when I got the first couple of tracks with Roy Lozano. He had been working on some music with a cat named Josh Lynch, really intelligent, producer. And they gave me a song, I did it, gave me another song, I did that. And at that time I was thinking really I was thinking like a Sindog solo project type of thing, right?
Sure.
But then the more songs we did, the more I felt like we could turn this into a band and be really something cool, right? And I already had one guitar player in Roy. So I was just like, now what do we do? We'll go from there. I knew Christian just was at home. He had just got through a very, gnarly car accident type thing. So I knew I could find him there. So he wasn't going.
He was trapped.
Yeah.
Lay down the track.
Christian heard it at first, and then like a month later, he called me back like, "Hey, what's up with that?" And then we zeroed in on Billy. To go after Billy when our time with Josh was up, and he had to go do his job, and we needed more songs. So we decided, me and Roy, we go visit Billy, and Billy played us some tracks that night. And then eventually, things started falling into place kind of naturally. We asked Billy to join the band, and at first he said no, and then he said yeah. And then he said no again, and then he said yeah again.
I played hard to get.
There we go. Hey, that's the only way to be, right?
I said I'm only going to be in the band if I can be the roadie.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. But the whole time we were recording, and at some points, like on the song Resistance, I was kind of lost as to where to come in and out at.
Amazing single voice.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So Roy we were in the studio, Roy would say to me, "Look, man, this is where I want you to Powerflo right here in this section." And he kept saying that over and over until it just got in my head like, fuck, that would be a really cool name for a band or something, So I took that word, because it's a rap style, basically,
sure,
right?
Yeah.
So we took that word and turned it into a thing, and we became Powerflo. That's how it came about.
That thing is amazing. I'm one of the lucky ones that've heard the entire album.
Right on.
And from minute one to minute done, it's heavy, it's flowing, it has a bit of everybody in it. And that's what's really cool about the whole project.
With Powerflo, I want everybody to be themselves, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, I feel like I'm being myself naturally on this music. I'm not forcing it. You're not even listening to Sindog on this music. You're listening to Sen and Reyes. That's who I am every day.
Sure.
What I listen to and how my mind works and what I react to, it's on there. It's a natural thing. And each of the guys, I think, come in with their own individualness to this project as we make it a unit and we make it a one thing. But I think it shows off everybody's own uniqueness at the same time,
Sure. I was talking to Billy earlier, and I'm, old enough that I go back to Judgment Night, and
Right.
that's when those two came together. You guys, that was off the chain. And I'm from East LA, man. Highland Park. I mean, you hear what you guys were putting out in your younger times. That was heavy. So I feel the guitar playing. I feel the energy. Nothing has changed. So how do you, coming into this project, where did it go with you? Where were you like, this is just natural?
It was just a natural thing. My thing was just to combine everybody's.
It's on. It's the well, okay, it was. Now it is.
Check. No, yeah, it was just. I just wanted everybody to pitch in and be themselves and throw in the riffs and see what happens. That was it.
Yeah.
No, like, okay, we're gonna make this like Downset, this like Biohazard, or this like Fear Factory, or Cypress. It just all came in together. And we just brought our natural abilities and we made it. This is what it is.
I can tell you right now, my listeners and people that are going to hear and see this are much appreciated. I guarantee it. Straight up. Now, I got a good story of how you got into the band, how you were somewhat discovered by this gentleman here.
Actually, Roy was telling me about Fernando, right? And I go, where's the dude at? And he said, well, he lives in Sao Paulo. And I'm like, shit, well, I wanted a dude from LA that can come here and play every day with us, right? So I was like, I don't know, let's keep looking, right? So I'm on tour, South America, the airport in Brazil. I go into the magazine section or whatever, get a magazine, it was Drummer Magazine, and Fernando's on the cover. So right there in the gift shop, I called Roy, like, get that fucking dude. We need that guy, call him.
Met him on tour. Biohazard was on the tour same time we were down the tour, and we met 2 years ago in Belgium.
Okay.
That's where I met him. He was playing for the first leg.
The funny thing too is Fernando and I also played in another band together.
Okay.
So we go back, way back, and it's not just like, even though officially like 2017 is the year for Powerflo, we go back since we were kids. You know, at the first downset, Sen and I were friends, dropping tracks in the early '90s. Christian and I toured together for years. Fernando and I, but we all go way back, and it shows on stage. Like when we're on stage, all grooving the same groove, bopping the head, slamming our feet. You feel it. Everybody has the same kind of vibe going on, and that's the Powerflo to a different level.
I love it. Christian, over to you. Make sure that mic's on. Sure.
It's got no buttons. It's always on.
Now, I know you've done more than your past project that you and I were talking about earlier. But, you know, I loved all that, but this is way more groovy. You enjoy the groove to it, or more of a groove this way instead of a fast one.
Yeah.
So, how does it feel for you?
This is all playing behind the beat. Fear Factory was the completely opposite. It's all like playing ahead, like on top of it, you know what I mean? But this is like playing in the pocket. And actually, when I did Ozfest in 1998, I think, Head PE, their bass player, couldn't play a couple shows going into Canada. And that was that, you know, the whole new metal scene was huge at that point, and that was a completely different band of style of playing, and they made me learn their set list in one day, and I had to play 3 shows with them. And that style of playing, it's funny because that style of playing, what I learned on that tour with playing with that band, is what rubs off on this band today. It's all big bass notes, and I learned from that, playing with those guys, you know. You know, because they were more in the whole Korn, that whole, like, you know, it's different bass playing. It's all big bass notes in the pocket. And with Cypress, it's the same thing. When I played bass with the rock formation with Cypress, you're playing differently in the pocket. So for me, it's a challenge, but it's fun because it's different. You know what I mean? I never got to be a bass player so much in Fear Factory. I'm more like a second guitar player, you know. So with this project, I can be a bass player rather than. You know?
Nice. I had a question from my buddy Mark. We already talked about the project coming together. The writing process, like you said, you had a track going. Did it just all come together after that? Did you guys just start writing together, or were you guys all in different places and just throwing it down? And
both ways. There was times when they were all together and wrote stuff, and there was times when I just, you know, Roy would send me a track or Billy would send me a track, you know. So we came together, you know, in all kind of different ways. It wasn't just, this was, you know, in my prior band, SX10, I would be there as they wrote the songs and tell them which riffs I liked and I didn't like. With this band, I didn't want to do that. Just send me the fucking track and I'm gonna write whatever the fuck you send me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's why I went at it, and I felt like the more that I took that approach to it, the more of my brain was left to just focus on lyrics. You know what I mean? So, like on my MO, Christian brought that song in. All the guys jumped in behind it, boom, made a banger. You know, The Grind, Crushing That, Starter Wars, the songs that Billy brought in. Boom, we all jumped in on those. Resistance and Victim and all that stuff the same way. Somebody brought them and we all jump in. But when we write together as well, we write some dynamite shit too, you know?
I remember some tracks, like, you would be working at home, and you'd be like, all right, I got something. And he'd come in, and then he'd spit it out, and I'm like, yeah. I've worked with a lot of different singers, a lot of different rappers, but Sen, can I blow your spot up? All right. He's a performance guy. Like, he'll go his 16 bars straight through. No, let me try it again. It's like a rock and roller who you play the song. Sen's a rocker. He delivers the performance. It's about the vibe. It's not so much, let me punch that word in. There's none of that crap. he delivers for real. First time I've ever seen him.
That's a sick
Yeah.
talent.
Well, you know, I come from working with DJ Mugg, so it was like spit the whole damn thing at once. So I'm not punching you in. Fuck that.
Just make it happen.
No, and I just learned that I always sound better when I complete one whole piece of work as a one piece of work,
Okay.
and not go back after like, okay, erase that part, punch me in here. It takes something away from the energy of what you're trying to do and the vibe you're trying to relay, right? So it's very important for me to get in there, and you know, if he were to tell me, okay, you're gonna record the whole song once, go, I would do it. You know what I mean? But we do it in sections, you know,
Well,
chorus,
how
verse,
prepped
you know.
are you before you get there? Is it all in the back of your head, or do you have it all, the lyrics?
I have it all written down.
Okay.
I have it all written down.
Right. Sometimes. you
Well,
get the
I know
vibe.
there's
Yeah.
no doubt that you're flowing.
But I've also seen sometimes we're working on a track and I'm sitting at the console and we're grooving up the track. Sid's behind me, rolling up a spliff, drinking beer, and all of a sudden, some time goes by and he's like, I got it. He goes in there and gets it. That's pretty impressive. I never told you that, but it's fucking impressive.
Yeah, you know, I was just so happy to have quality music for quality dudes.
Sure,
You
sure.
know what I mean? And it made my job easy because I'm a guitar guy. And you got some swing guitars that can write my ass off. You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean? And these
I
guys
did not
gave
know
me
that.
that
That's
on
cool.
every song. They gave me that. You know.
Okay.
So it was easy to motivate me. I don't want to say it was easy to come up with these concepts and songs, but
Sure.
to find myself in a creative place and like that. And that's very easy enough, you know?
Remember working on some tracks, we were like, it was common that we were like, I'm like, no, let's make it more groovy, like a little bit more rhythm. No, I want it more aggressive, more faster, like your stuff. I'm like, no, let's slow it down like your stuff. No, Billy, I like your stuff, like let's make it a little bit more aggressive, a little faster. So it was funny how we all respected each other's bands.
Sure.
And as fans of Downset or Fear Factory or worse, obviously Cypress Hill, we all, like Sen said earlier, the strong points of everybody was brought out by each other, not individually. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I feel that completely. Obviously, I have to ask the question. This is your official first night out. You're going to lay it out there. How many tracks are we getting? Are we getting anything old school at all? Or is it just straight all, or is it a surprise? Because these people are going to be hearing this after.
It's all a surprise. Nobody knows nothing.
You don't even have to
I
set
won't
list
give
right.
it up. I won't give it up.
No, fair enough. All right. But you're ready.
We're ready.
Let's just say that.
We've been rehearsing to the point of, you know, so we can't stand each other anymore. So
Okay.
we're ready to hit the fucking thing.
Awesome. If a little bit of something comes out that I may have mentioned earlier, a little point out by you, Billy, would just give me another like.
It's
for you.
I will say that the possibilities for our live show are just, you know, numerous.
Catalog. Come on.
There's so much music that we can go into, and you know, music that these guys have turned me on to that I haven't listened to. You know, I think, you know, there's a lot of stuff we could always cover and remake and shit like that, or just do live. You know what I mean? The possibilities are endless. That's what I like about this band. You know, we're not, you know, just falling in love with one style or one idea, one ideology. I think our minds are, you know, collectively fucking wide fucking open right now. And as long as it sounds good, it's going on the record. If it don't sound good, it's not going on the record. That's it. You know?
My last question, because after hearing it, I'm going to be greedy. This is obviously already said it, a super group in your own minds, and in my own mind, not yours, sorry you guys, I'm sure you don't even think of it that way, is, do I get to hear more in the future? This isn't a one and done, I hope. I hope this is something you guys can throw out some music for a while.
No. This is not a one and done thing. I think when you start something as special as what we got, you definitely have to nurture it and respect it. And for us to be like, oh, this is just a fuck around thing, I don't think so. The record shows that it's not that, you know. And I hopefully, I get to rock the next 20 years with these people. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Dude, I think you
There's
actually
a lot
got
of-
something to say over there.
We already got. There's other tracks too. We already got other tracks.
I already wrote the whole second record, so it's,
It's Kirk Hammett. It's Kirk Hammett. You're gonna lose all this shit on iPhone. Now, anything you guys obviously say something to your new and old fans. What do you guys got for them, and we'll close it out on that.
Yeah, I just want to say to all of the new fans of Powerflo, we want to say thank you very much for the support. We couldn't have, been all this hyped up about our project without you. And thank you for, everybody that came on our video shoot and everybody that, downloaded the single and all that stuff. And we're all proud and very happy to be a big fan.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over that shit.
Just Powerflo, or we got anything extra added to it?
Powerflo Band on Facebook, Powerflo_LA, Instagram and Twitter.
And obviously, we all know that it's the FLO flow.
Yeah.
Tell them about the WWE.
Oh yeah, I saw that WWE.
Oh yeah, WWE has a show called NXT, and they picked Resistance, our first single, as the opening track for their show. Pretty cool,
Right
pretty
on.
badass.
That's right there. They're already recognizing that. Oh, and you guys are touring with POD.
Yeah, we have dates with POD and Alien Asphalt next month. So we're stoked about that.
Sure. You need to get up on stage with POD or try?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta save my voice for power.
Sure. I
I got a lot of shit to do.
For sure.
Yeah, if they ask me and they give me like an envelope, like old Italian.
Right.
Taste.
I got to see you do that when they were playing here in LA, so I got to see it.
POD are the brothers, and I met Sonny and Rob back in 1990 at the first place, Tijuana, Mexico, in Cyprus. They came to that show and they were like, "Use our band POD, and one day we're gonna be large just like you guys," and blah blah blah. We weren't even big yet, you know. But sure enough, like a year or so after our band came out, their band came out.
Well, that first album
They've
took
been
off.
running since, they've been running right with us ever since,
Nice.
So we want to say thank you to POD for inviting us out, and we look forward to these dates, and hopefully it's not the last date.
Word. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I
Thank you, brother.
want to spread the word as much as I can. I'll let you know when it gets out there, and kick some butt tonight.
Yeah, June 23rd, the new Powerflo album.
Thank you, brother.
Powerflo, new Damage Records. Check us out.
Yeah, thank you.
Right on.
Look at that.